The beginning of this world has been incredibly indicative of my entire existence, in all honesty. It's a mess. I do stuff, and sort of just fit it all in wherever. Leave things just lying around wherever. And whenever I try to tidy things up, it's more like just moving things around to somewhere else, and it never gets truly sorted. Something that has been helpful to me is breaking things down into smaller tasks that collectively achieve the end goal. And this doesn't really change much because you're still doing the same things. But for example, let's take tidying up all of the chests and shulkers of items scattered everywhere. The first task is to group all the same items into their own shulkers. Now, if you have a lot of mess everywhere, this is still a big task on its own. But you can break it down even further by treating each block type as a separate task. Do all the cobble first, or do the cobble and stone together. Do dirt next, maybe with gravel. It's up to you. Then you can do all the rights. Diorite, andesite, calcite, granite. The point is, instead of looking at the complete task ahead of you with your focus on the ultimate end goal, you split everything down into smaller, more manageable tasks, and it all feels less daunting. After you have everything in order in their own shulkers and everything is neatly grouped together, the next task is to just build one big storage room. And that is what we're going to do now. I've started digging out an area for a storage room, and listen, even with this I was making a mess of it, because first I was digging here underground, and I realised that this was dumb. It was too big, too much to take out, and no real idea of how you'd get in here, and why you'd want to be here in the first place. It's even more silly when you consider that we have this warehouse as a starter base, which is backed by a mountain that we can clear out and hide a storage in there. And of course there is a storage here as well, but this was really only for show. However, I do have an idea of how I can use this for quick dumping and project prepping. Anyway, it is time to get my life in order by making a storage room to organize all the things in this world. Let's see where we're at with the storage room. And also, truth be told, I was already in the process of tidying up and organising things. That's why it didn't seem as messy. But still, we need a storage room. There's a bit of mess here as well with shulkers just lying about the place. But this is what we've done. This is the storage room, or the start of it anyway. And I've started to organise things into their places of where stuff is going to go. So there's no excuses now. I just put everything here. I still need to sort out the auto sorting. I want to have an auto sorter system, but redstone, I don't understand it. We'll give it a go. I have an idea for a system. I'd like to learn. I'm trying to learn, but I don't understand it. But anyway, It's gonna go, we'll have a control panel here to how we do it, how we dump stuff in it organized. Once I've done the whole guts of the system with what one I'll do. And on the other side as well, we've got there's an iron farm here. So there's iron collecting here as well. We're also making bone meal. Not a lot, it seems. I must have used that for something. I don't know what. But we've got an iron farm here. We'll see that in a moment because I've been doing some stuff, or I've started making some stuff outside. But we've got a storage room. So, yeah, control panel for all of it will go in this space once I've done the technical stuff behind. But organized. There's no excuses now. Everything gets put here. And I've started to put stuff away, actually, in these chests. So everything's been put here now, so we're tidying up and getting together all the things around my world and putting them in here. And this is the basic design. We're in the warehouse, so I've kind of went with a sort of a warehouse look down here. And we've also got, there's a gap here, which I need to put some more chests in. I know what I'm going to put there. It's like an extra space. It'll probably be flowers and planty kind of stuff will go into this space here because we are opposite where the moss farm stuff collects, because I've remade the moss farm as well. Of course, it was one of the many things in my world that is broken, the moss farm. I've now fixed it. We have a Rayworks moss farm system right here that I've built. We have two of them, one on each side. So going down here, and the way I've done it with that is this one obviously just collects all the moss drops as normal. And then this side focuses mainly on making bone meal. We still collect a bit more moss and moss carpets, but we're trying to make bone meal. Then we have something in the middle as well, where any leftovers obviously then go in the middle sorter and just become bone meal. So that's good. We have a moss farm on that side going down there. More sorting here. It doesn't end at the moment. I need to figure out how to sort things out, to be honest. There's so much stuff. There's so many things that need to go that where'd you put it all? I felt this is actually quite big, but it doesn't have the capacity to get everything. So I've got to figure out what I stick here and where things go where. But I guess with some farms, the drops from the farms can just stay at the farms. And I think as well, also at the end of here, it's a bit open. I want to build a tree farm or two for a way of farming all the trees, and then we'll have obviously its own storage system to collect those drops at the end here. We can probably do some other clever stuff with farms. So that's still open for extra space to do some things. We can go a bit to the side. We can go a bit below as well. But no excuses. Life is time to be organized. It's time to organize our life, and we can stick things in this storage room now. No excuses. We've got plenty of storage in here. Also the tube. So that's also for outside, which I'll show you in a few minutes. But I think this tube is going to be for creepers. I might make a creeper farm because we built a few towers. And I think I'm going to stick a creeper farm in one of the towers. So we can also have a quick, a slow trickle of gunpowder while we're around here. Thought that'd be fun to have in the middle of the storage room here, right in the middle. We can look at that now because there's nothing else to really say in here. This is a storage room. This is how we're going to sort out our life. And if you want to sort out your life, that's a really good advice. Storage room. Make yourself a storage room as soon as possible to put all your things. So yeah, on the outside here then, we have the towers. There's something else I've been working on. It still needs some work, but essentially we've got 3 towers. The 2 at the front are sort of like cooling towers. And we've got over here, there's nothing in this one. This is empty. But over in this one, this is where the iron is coming from. We've got the iron farm in here. So the iron farm being made, and then the iron just drops down and collects down there. So that's pretty good. 2 cooling towers on the front. And then the big one at the back, that'll be a proper tower with a roof. Once we get to it, that's where the portal's going to be. I think we're going to keep the portal there permanently to get to the roof of the Nether. So we've got the tower there. That's going to be a proper tower. And this is where we're going to stick the creeper farm. This is dead in the middle of the storage system, the storage room. So I think that's pretty cool. So we'll probably we'll jam a creeper farm in there to get our gunpowder. So there we go. Life sorted out. Well, nearly. We're in the process. We just need to get our stuff together, and there's still many farms to do, but we are well on our way. We've taken the first steps to sorting out our life.